So, if you didn't know this about me, my main card type is not Arts and Buster, it is Quick. I know people shit talk Quick all the time, and I get it. It's why you don't see me using Quick all that often for farming, because Quick is not the best card type for farming. Simple as that. If there is RNG tied to it, it's not reliable. It's not consistent. That is the whole thing about farming. You want it to be as consistent as fucking possible so you can just turn your brain off. Who wants to think 300 steps ahead every time they do something? No one. Sometimes you just want to go like on autopilot. That's why I like Honkai so much. Skadi is a unit I think if you have a quick unit, you should have like both versions, but as long as you have one version of Skadi, you're good. You can pull it from your friends list, and if you have both, you can pull like actual quick units from your friends list and use them as if they were your own. That is probably the best positive Quick has over Arts and Buster. You cannot do that with, especially Buster, you cannot do that. You cannot pull like an MP5 Melicin off your friends list and then use it like it's your own Melicin. That's not how Buster farming works. You literally cannot get your cooldowns good enough to be able to do that and have Oberon coming in. Like, in fact, you're not even able to do the farm in the first place unless it's like a 2-turn or some shit. Quick is just the fun, like the most fun card type for me. And in all honesty, I think it's better for like bond point farming when it's like a storm pod that has one single enemy. I think Quick is the best card type for bond point farming efficiency out of all of them, because you don't need Black Rail, you don't need starting charge that much. Depends on the unit. You are able to start from 0 with Detective Foams or the new Queen Scathach-Skadi, although that one is definitely up in the air whether that's going to be the best or not, but because obviously it depends on what units you have in the back line. But Quick is not as bad as people say it is, but it definitely has its problems. So let us get started on talking about the OG Skadi and the OG meta servant, because when Skadi came out, he ruled the meta. There was no meta without Skadi until Castoria came out. The second she released is when Quick literally just took over the game, and every other card type was definitely lacking. So we don't really care about the attack, although Skadi does do some good shit. Like, again, she is in teams where there are a whole lot of stars being made. It makes sense that you'd actually want her to do some kind of damage. Not a whole lot, but something. And for her to be tanky, because that is the other thing with Quick. There's a reason it's 3 turns and you're done. After Skadi's busts fall off, you pretty much just have her MP to try to keep you alive until your cooldowns come off. Cooldowns come off cooldown. Yeah, mouthful. But yeah, this is like fairly high HP. Starweight Sergeant are normal caster members also. Let's change this. Oh my god, chat, I love Skadi. Shishou, Skadi, definitely up there for my favorite characters. Healthy MP charge at 0.67%, and she's got double arts, double quick. She has an arts MP. Even though she's a quick support, she is an arts servant, and this does come into play. Like, if you can use Skadi for non-quick farming, and it usually has to do with the MP, but like the times you actually need Skadi's MP are so far and few between. Like even compared to other like niche cases, like needing Skadi's MP is definitely up there with like you never actually need this. But the charge being good and healthy is very nice if you're able to get her MP off, because like if you can actually get her MP off in farming, you just get free damage that you wouldn't have had otherwise. Yes, it has to do with harding, but I mean, quick is already RNG. If you want to go for an even more RNG play, like go for it. Again, these hit counts are fucking phenomenal. Like, realistically speaking, you actually could have like a DPS Skadi. It's not the smartest thing to do. Definitely better characters, but like technically she does have an MP style that is like very similar to Hozuin. Like and I'm not saying she could probably loop the MP, but I mean, if she's getting like quick crits off and like she leads with her MP, like she might actually have a chance of looping her MP. Like it's not something you should actively be trying to do. It's just something she can do. Castori's MP is like far better for it, but that MP really is just like attack and like the invul, and depending on how many stacks might go away quick. Skadi's MP can actually like keep you alive long enough to like loop it, but that's a topic for a different day. Everything here is good. You shouldn't be going for an extra attack with Skadi, but if you do, it will perform well. You'll get a good amount of MP and stars back. Obviously, you shouldn't be looking for damage, but yeah. Her skill is what makes her as famous as she is. 50% quick, 100% crit damage on quick cards. When you have double Skadi, your face cards are MPs now. That's how fucking stupid this gets. If you have double Skadi, even better. Your quick crits start doing like 200,000, 300,000. Like again, depending on the unit, it's not like a level 30 is going to be doing that much damage. I'm just saying, like, it really starts bringing your quick cards up to like hitting as hard, not as hard as Buster crits from bitch, but you get actual refund from that, not flat 20. Like your refund goes up pretty crazy with these quick crits, because also you hit overkill like really quickly, so you get even more refund to begin with. Again, this is also a reason why which Skadi you need depends on the unit you're buffing. A unit like Jack the Ripper, who has 3 quick cards, gets far more out of a buff like this than getting Ruler Skadi's quick buff that gives 100% Buster crit for 3 turns, because Jack only has 1 Buster card. If you pop, like, there's a non-zero chance that on the turns you pop this for Jack, she gets 3 quick cards on the 3rd turn, and then she gets another 3 cards on the next turn. And then you have 2 turns of 6 cards getting the full Skadi buff. Like, full Skadi buff, not just quick MP getting buff. 6 quick face cards getting roided out with the crit damage. Which Skadi you should preface getting depends on what characters you have, but I will say you still should want both of them on your account if you have a whole bunch of quick units that are just going to perform better. Second skill, you can either use this to help you loop or for final wave damage. It literally just depends on you. The thing about this defense down of 30% is that you have to actively know whether or not overkill is your problem. If overkill is not your problem with your loop, Like, you are already hitting overkill ridiculously quickly. This 30% down isn't going to let you get any more kits. It's not going to do anything. If your gain is at like 45, and you have a decent MP, like with 6 or 7 hits per enemy, yeah, like the defense down actually probably would help you loop that wave so you can get to wave 3 with 50% and not be shortchanged by like 2 or 3. But again, then your turn 3 damage isn't going to be as good. Crit attack chance down for 3 turns at 30%. This does stop straight crits, especially if Skadi has to be on the field while you're fighting a rider. You're gonna appreciate this because like riders, they will fuck over casters so hard. Like, riders have as high a chance to be critting as like assassins and archers, it feels like. So like this is just helpful for her to stay alive. DPS too, especially if you're using Berserker. This is gonna stop, like this probably is gonna stop your Berserker from actually like getting critted to death. Where do I begin with this? It is a targetable 50% battery, and that's it. This is, I think, Skadi's biggest problem, especially compared to Ruler. All it is a 50% battery. That's it. Look at Koyanskaya. Look at Ruler Skadi. Look at Castoria. All of their 50% actually do something else. I have constantly thought that the best way to buff Skadi and help out quick is to buff this battery and let her have MP gain. Not as much as Neurobride. Definitely not as much as Neurobride. But she needs to give something, because quick, unless the unit already has MP gain, does not have MP gain in their kit. And that's what boosts quick up so much more. Quick only gets quick buffs, usually, unless you're using Neurobride. Being able to have MP gain on the battery for Skadi will literally mean most quick units are able to loop now. It will fix one of the biggest problems with quick, is that the base gain is too low. It's already at a con compared to arts. Like that should just make sense because arts has the best refund, obviously. The only other solution is to like make another quick unit. And yes, I do think we need more quick supports, but we do not need another 5-star quick. We need low-star quick support. Hell, Buster has Chen fucking Gong. They have a unit that can give a targetable 50% hard buff. Arts has Mozart. What does Quick have? Alexander. Like, Quick... this isn't supposed to be a video of like why Quick isn't as good, but it literally is like game design. Quick is bad because they don't let Quick be good. They don't give Quick the buffs it needs. They will roid out Buster and roid out Arts, but they will not buff Quick. Except like to sell like a shit ton. Quick needs a unit like Shufu. They need a Shufu. And like Shufu is actually pretty good at helping Quick Servants loop as like a plug suit support. Like a mini like a hybrid between Paracelsus and Asclepius. Like you can kind of just ignore the arts buff and just like the battery and the MP gain. And then mini Nero, basically Neurobride without the like the damage. I fucking stand by this, that Quick will get a resurgence if they buff Scotty's battery and let her have MP gain up. Because yes, she needs. There could be more split batteries. Yes, that could help. Like a quick support that can give more split batteries. But what is the issue that people bring up? That people get shortchanged with the MP gain? Like they loop 42%. Do they have an MP gain buff? No. Or it's only one turn. To let them have a permanent MP gain buff and then loop better. It shows with Okitan. Like she loops more with Castoria as support than Skadi. Like I think Okitan Saber loops like 60 or 70% with a Castoria because of that MP gain over like looping like 57 or something with double Skadi. That is the buff Skadi needs. She needs MP gain. Let Ruler Skadi be like raw damage. That's fine. Have OG Skadi be utility. Let units function better. Let them hit harder. Let the team hit them harder. Let them not hit you. Let you have more access to hitting them. And then just nope them actually being able to hit you. I hope you guys can tell, like, I'm passionate about this character. Like, I got bent over on both the banners for her for the first time on NA and JP. I got bent over, but I love Quick as a card type. You can call it whatever you want, like Nightingale syndrome. Oh fuck, I just admitted to like mental illness. Oh shit, Nightingale's gonna come and bust a cap on my ass. Decapitation is the best way to treat mental illness. Lawrence Nightingale, FGO. All right, moving on from the serious stuff and like get some more to the rest of the kit. Let's finish out Skadi video. Territory creation EX. Her arts cards actually do refund pretty well. Debuff success rate up 10%. She needs this for this. Make these stick more and fight off magic resist. And then God Assistance for 25% debuff resistance, and then she opens herself up. She opens herself to like all anti-divinity stuff because of this, but is worth. Unlock the second append. Karen, as a servant, does not function well unless you both of the Scotties have mana loading. This is an actual fact. Otherwise, you need carding. If you have mana loading maxed out, Karen no longer requires carding to be able to do her looping. She is able to do her looping to the best of her abilities and like just refund as well as she should be. She starts struggling if she cannot get that extra drain, because that drain will like pretty much guarantees that she's getting to the 50% she needs for buffs or to be able to loop again. If you're doing DPS Skadi, sure, go this, but like DPS Skadi is a meme. Do not take it seriously. I was going on about it at the start of this video, but like that is meme shit. You should not actively be trying to do DPS Skadi. I would choose anti-caster over extra attack for Skadi, because like she'd actually be on the field fighting casters half the time. Like this is a very reasonable use case for Skadi, that she'd be fighting she'd be on the field while you're fighting other casters. Should you though? I mean, I wouldn't be 120 my Skadi either way, so I'd like gun to my head, mana loading this and then extra attack. Like I'm being honest about that. Like this is situational, but like it will happen way more often than you think. Going for an extra attack with Skadi while you're like actively trying to do it like a challenge quest is almost never going to happen. You're more likely to hit a caster than you are using an extra attack in a challenge quest with Skadi. Her NP is a giant joke. It has been a joke since she came out. The best part of her MP was the damage cut, and this doesn't even last as long as like it probably should to help quick like stay alive. Like honestly, the base scaling for this should be 1,000. But party crit damage up 33 attacks 5 turns at base 30. Dodge for the entire party and insta-kill immunity 1 time 3 turns. This is where I'm saying like you barely will ever fight someone that's actually insta-killing you. This is such a rare thing. Like even over challenge quests, it's like you see this in like CQs or lotteries, like the fest events, Neurofest, Gilfest, test like with the Tesla Cup. Speaking of, you're probably gonna need this for Tesla Cup. I don't know the challenge quest off the top of my head, but I'm assuming there's at least one insta-kill instance there. With this buff on NA, everyone gets a charisma, base 20 up to 30. Crit damage jumps up to 50% base and then goes up to 100%, and nothing else has changed. I agree with Kadroth that the only reason they added this kind of scaling is so people would actually roll for more than one copy of the supports, because it's true. You don't like the supports are the servants you level the quickest, but you will not are the least like sorry, gas from eating dinner, but they are the least likely that you would be rolling for more copies. Like, is it nice having MP2 Castoria? Yes. Do you need it? No. I mean, 40% attack is nice though. That is, I'm not gonna disagree. That's probably feeling really nice. And being able to charge above 100%, nice. But is it like needed? Should you be actually using your quartz to like summon for an MP2? Probably not. It's more something you get off of GSSR just for shits and giggles while you're trying to get like one of the other OP supports. But they did this to give value to Skadi having multiple copies, because like 30% crit damage, 3 attacks 5 turns, ooh, like no, like that literally was nothing. Like, and it should have been like, if they wanted to keep it that low, it should have been flat out 5 turns. There shouldn't have hit. Can't English right now. There shouldn't have been a hit duration. It should have just given a flat crit damage for 5 turns. But they didn't want to go that direction, and they chose this one. Can you actively use this in farming? Probably not. But if you can get this off in farming, it will help unit sleep. When would that actually happen? During a lotto, actually. Like with Martha Christmas right now, with you getting a 50% CE that also boosts MP gain. This is probably the most likely lotto that you would actually be using Skadi's MPs consistently for farming. Are people gonna do it? Fuck no. You think people are actually gonna plan about using Skadi's MP? Fuck no. They're just gonna ignore it. This is just something you can do if you're a more quick-oriented person and like trying to do nice quick crit damage. But like, no. You're not actively going to be popping Skadi's MP. It's not nearly as easy to do as Castoria. And that's the thing. Castoria doing that kind of shit is way, way, way easier because you will actually be doing arch chains. You cannot do arch chains in quick team. That's just how it be. You literally can't. So Skadi runs into the problem, and that's why people say she doesn't have an MP, is that her card type that she's buffing does not help her get to her MP. Well, Castoria has the card type that will get her back to solemn defense. Worst thing for Skadi is the Void Dust, but this lotto is giving Void Dust from the shop at a good amount, like 30. So you at least can get 1 skill. And this mat is in the lotto. This is either a node or you can buy it from the shop. Yeah, no. Right now you have a good time you have a good chance. Oh yeah, and this is, I think this was being bought. This is able to be farmed, and this you can get from getting lotto boxes. So yeah, this is if you summon for Scotty at this time and participate in the lotto, you should be able to actually get her fairly high to like at least the 8s, maybe even lower the skill. Bond CE, quick performance up 10%, party crit damage up 15% while she's on the field. I like the CE. I used it, use it fairly often just because that quick performance is nice for CQs. Just pushes you over the edge just a little bit. But there are probably other Cs you can be using to help her performance, like Prisma Cosmos, 2030, just make even more stars. All depends on you. Scotty is not must summon, and we do have Ruler Scotty coming out. Whether you summon for this Scotty or you go for Ruler, that's up to you. But I do think you should have at least one Scotty. Like, I feel everyone should at least be able to set aside enough quartz so that the few quick units they do have actually have some kind of support for them. Buster, I feel the same way about Vitch. Same for Castoria. You need those servants. Like in Oberon's good, but if you don't have those servants, he's not gonna feel nearly as good. Like Oberon needs you to have the meta supports for him to feel like good. Because if you look at double Oberon like farming, that shit looks horrible. If you're free to play like and you're doing double Oberon, that shit looks like horrendous and just like not fun to do. But that's just a personal opinion. Hopefully you enjoy this. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.